What if every word you spoke could either build a world of peace or burn it to the ground? The Buddha taught that our words are not just sounds, they're seeds, carrying the power to grow forests of connection or ignite wildfires of suffering. Today we explore 5 sacred silences, ancient wisdom for modern chaos. These are not rules, they're revolutions. Revolutions against the noise, the gossip, the ego, the lies, the oversharing that drown our souls. Imagine walking through life untouched by drama, guilt, and regret. Your words, a force of healing. Your silence, a shield of strength. This isn't about hiding, it's about choosing. Choosing to protect your peace, honor trust, and speak only when truth and kindness collide. To let your light shine, not scream. Ready to rewrite the script of your life. To turn your voice into a sanctuary, not a weapon. Let's begin with the words you never need to say. Lesson 1. Never share your inner negativity. Buddhism teaches that words carry energy. Have you ever noticed how a single negative comment can shatter the calm of a room? When you vocalize anger, resentment, or judgment, you're not just expressing feelings, you're planting seeds of suffering in others and yourself. Think deeply. What happens when you share your inner storms? Do you seek comfort, validation, or connection? But here's the truth. Negativity spreads like wildfire, burning trust, peace, and joy in its path. The Buddha's timeless wisdom echoes. Holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. Let that sink in. Holding on to negativity is self-destruction, a heavy backpack of stones you carry, crushing your spirit with every step. So, how do we protect our peace? The answer lies in processing negativity mindfully. Before venting, pause, breathe. Ask yourself, what's the root of this emotion? Why does it sting? Turn inward. Acknowledge the pain without letting it define you. This isn't suppression, it's awareness. It's saying, I see you, anger, but you will not steer my ship. Let your silence become the soil where wisdom grows. Imagine a garden. If you toss weeds into it daily, how will flowers bloom? Every harsh word, every complaint is a weed choking your inner peace. But silence? Silence is fertile ground. In that quiet space, clarity rises. You learn to respond, not react. To choose words that heal, not harm. Think of the people around you. Do you want to be the storm that darkens their day, or the sunlight breaking through clouds? When you withhold negativity, you become a beacon of light. You show others that peace is possible, even in chaos. But wait, does this mean burying your feelings? It means channeling them constructively. Write in a journal, meditate, walk in nature, transform frustration into fuel for growth. Ask yourself, will sharing this uplift someone or drag them down? Your words have power. They can build bridges or burn them. Every time you resist the urge to vent, you're choosing peace. You're saying, I am stronger than my storms. So the next time negativity surges, pause, breathe, ask, will this add to my peace or steal it? Let silence be your shield. Let wisdom rise. And watch as your heart becomes a garden of compassion, resilience, and unshakable calm. Lesson 2. Never share others' secrets. Trust is sacred. Imagine someone handing you a fragile, glowing orb, their deepest secret. It's delicate, precious, a piece of their soul. Now ask yourself, what does it mean to hold this? In Buddhism, trust is seen as the foundation of all meaningful relationships. When someone shares a secret with you, they're not just giving you information, they're offering a part of their heart. Guarding that secret isn't just about loyalty, it's an act of compassion, a vow to protect their vulnerability. Think of it like holding a baby bird. One wrong move and it's harmed forever. But why is this so vital? Because every time you share someone's secret, you're not just breaking trust, you're shattering a mirror, and the cracks, they reflect back on you. For example, if you tell a friend's secret to feel included in a conversation, you might gain temporary attention, but you lose something far greater, their faith in you. Worse, you teach others that you can't be trusted. The Dhammapada teaches, better than 1,000 hollow words is one word that brings peace. Let that resonate. Gossip, rumors, whispered confessions. They might feel thrilling in the moment, like biting into a sugary snack. But what happens afterward? A crash, emptiness, fractured relationships, a trail of broken trust, and karma. It never sleeps. In Buddhism, karma isn't about punishment, it's about cause and effect. Every secret you spill plants a seed. That seed grows into either a flower of integrity or a thorn of regret. Imagine this. Your coworker confides they're struggling with anxiety. If you share this with others as news, you might feel powerful in the moment. But later, when your coworker withdraws or loses confidence in you, the guilt sets in. The thorn of regret pierces your peace too. Think about it. When someone confides in you, they're saying, "I see light in your heart." They're gifting you a piece of their truth. Now, what happens if you toss that truth into the world like a stone into a pond? Ripples of doubt spread. Hearts close, connections wither. For instance, if a sibling shares their financial struggles and you mention it casually to a relative, that sibling might feel exposed, judged, or betrayed. The relationship cracks. But when you protect that secret, you become a safe haven, a place where souls can rest, unguarded. Picture a library, quiet, respectful, a space where stories are treasured, not tossed around. In that silence, trust blooms like a lotus in still water. Over time, people will seek you out, knowing their truths are safe with you. But here's the challenge. The urge to share can be strong. Maybe you want to feel important. I know something you don't. To bond over someone else's story. Let me tell you what happened to them. To fill an awkward silence. So, did you hear about? Here's the truth. Sharing secrets to connect with others is like building a house on sand. It collapses easily. What to do instead? Stop. Pause. Take a deep breath. Ask yourself, is this mine to share? Would I want my secrets tossed into the wind? Am I sharing this to help someone or to feel important? The answer is always no if it's not your story to tell. Honor silence as a gift. It's not just about keeping quiet, it's about reverence. Every unspoken secret is a prayer for peace, a step toward healing, a testament to your strength. For example, if your partner shares a childhood trauma, holding that secret shows you value their healing over fleeting conversations. When you guard another's truth, you're not just nurturing their soul, you're nurturing yours. You're saying, I choose kindness over curiosity, integrity over instant gratification. Think of silence as a muscle. The more you practice it, the stronger your character becomes. The next time a secret lands in your hands, hold it gently. Let it remind you, you are a guardian, not a messenger, a keeper of stories, not a broadcaster. Imagine a vault in your heart where secrets are stored safely, not as burdens, but as sacred treasures. In that role, you'll find something extraordinary, the quiet power of trust, the kind that deepens friendships, strengthens bonds, and writes your karma in gold. Ask yourself today, what kind of person do I want to be? The one who betrays or the one who protects? The answer will shape not just your relationships, but your very soul. Lesson 3. Never share unverified information. In our hyper-connected world, where a single click can send information racing across continents, it's vital to pause and reflect before spreading stories, because every unverified claim is like a lit match tossed into dry grass, sparking wildfires of fear, division, and chaos that can devastate lives. The Buddha's warning against idle chatter, words devoid of truth, purpose, or compassion, resonates deeply today, where tweets, viral memes, and forwarded messages often prioritize speed over accuracy. Before sharing anything, ask yourself 3 critical questions. Is it true? Did I verify this with credible sources like experts, official reports, or fact-checking sites? Or is it just a rumor? For example, during a crisis like a natural disaster, sharing unverified evacuation routes could mislead people into danger, while accurate, verified information saves lives. Is it kind? Will this information uplift, educate, or comfort others, or will it spread fear, judgment, or harm? Consider the impact of forwarding a sensational headline like "Vaccines cause autism," a long-debunked myth which could deter someone from life-saving medical care, fracturing trust in science and loved ones. Is it necessary? Does this information serve a genuine purpose, or is it just noise? Sharing a celebrity's divorce gossip might feel entertaining, but it distracts from meaningful conversations and perpetuates a culture of voyeurism and negativity. Misinformation is not harmless. It erodes trust, fuels hatred, and leaves scars on relationships and communities. A single unverified post can ripple into real-world harm. False accusations on social media can ruin reputations, political lies can incite violence, and health myths can cost lives. The Buddha's teaching of right speech, a pillar of the Noble Eightfold Path, urges us to speak only what is true, kind, necessary, and timely. Imagine if every word you shared became a bridge of understanding, not a storm of confusion. For instance, during the COVID-19 pandemic, sharing verified guidelines from the WHO instead of unproven miracle cures like bleach injections could have saved countless lives. The consequences of careless words extend beyond the present moment. In Buddhism, karma is the law of cause and effect. Spreading lies plants seeds of mistrust, and you'll reap what you sow. If you share falsehoods, even unintentionally, you contribute to a cycle of ignorance and suffering. Conversely, choosing silence or verified truth nurtures a legacy of integrity. Think of a time someone lied about you, how it felt. Now imagine being the source of that pain for others. To practice right speech today, fact-check relentlessly, cross-reference claims with trusted sources like Snopes, Reuters, or peer-reviewed studies. Question your intent. Are you sharing to inform or to feel important, validated, or included? Social media algorithms thrive on outrage. Don't feed the beast. Pause and breathe. Wait 10 minutes before hitting share. Often, the urge fades. Correct mistakes publicly. If you've spread false information, apologize and update your post. For example, "I shared this earlier, but it's untrue. I regret the error. Here's the correct information." This builds accountability and trust. By mindfully guarding your words, you become a beacon of light in a world clouded by noise. You protect mental health, yours and others, from the anxiety of misinformation. You strengthen relationships as people learn to rely on your integrity. And you honor the Buddha's wisdom, transforming communication into an act of compassion. Ask yourself, do I want to be part of the problem or the healing? Every word you choose writes your legacy. Let it be one of truth, kindness, and peace. Lesson 4. Never share your every achievement. Pride dims inner light. Imagine waving a candle too wildly to show its glow, only to extinguish it with your own motion. The Buddha taught that ego is the greatest obstacle to enlightenment, and boasting inflames it like gasoline on a fire. While celebrating growth is natural, oversharing achievements risks trapping you in a cycle of validation seeking, where your worth becomes tied to likes, comments, and comparisons. The Buddha warned, conceit is a tangled thread. Humility unravels it. Conceit, the need to prove your superiority, fuels jealousy, anxiety, and disconnection. For example, constantly posting promotions or accolades on social media might feel like sharing joy, but over time it morphs into a hunger for applause, distancing you from the quiet contentment of true fulfillment. Buddhism's teaching of anatta, no self, reminds us that achievements are fleeting and impersonal, born from effort, luck, and the support of others, not just you. Like a mountain that doesn't announce its height to the sky, humility allows you to be without proving. Reflect, am I sharing to inspire or to impress? If your intent is pure, share mindfully, credit others, express gratitude, and avoid reducing yourself to a resume. Consider the CEO who donates quietly versus one who stages photo ops. The former radiates integrity, the latter reeks of insecurity. True fulfillment blooms in quiet confidence, the kind that needs no audience. Journal your wins privately, light a candle without waving it, and let your actions speak softly. Ask yourself, do I want to be known for what I achieve, or for who I am? The answer writes your legacy. Humility isn't self-deprecation, it's clarity. It's the bamboo stalk bending in the wind, resilient because it doesn't fight to stand tall. When you release the need to broadcast every success, you cultivate inner wealth, a peace no amount of praise can match. The next time you achieve something, pause. Let the moment glow within you, untouched by the wind of ego. That quiet light, it's enough. The Buddha's disciple, Ananda, once asked, "How do we recognize enlightenment?" The Buddha replied, "The enlightened do not announce their light. They simply walk in darkness, and others see the path." This teaches us that true impact lies not in proclaiming our deeds, but in living them. Another example, a student who aces an exam but humbly tutors struggling peers without boasting gains respect and deeper understanding, while one who flaunts their grades breeds resentment. In the Dhammapada, it is written, "The fool who knows their folly is wise. The fool who thinks themselves wise is a fool indeed." This underscores the danger of pride. It blinds us to growth. To practice humility, start each day with a gratitude ritual. List 3 things others have done for you. When praised, say, "Thank you, I had help along the way." Avoid phrases like, "I'm the best," or "No one else could do this." Instead say, "I'm grateful for this opportunity." Remember the story of the monk who meditated for decades in solitude. When villagers discovered his wisdom, he simply said, "I am still learning." His silence spoke louder than any boast. In modern terms, think of a nurse who works tirelessly without seeking recognition. Their quiet dedication heals more than any trophy. The Buddha's middle way applies here. Neither suppress pride nor indulge it. Observe it mindfully. When you feel the urge to brag, ask, "Will this matter in a year?" If not, let it go. Lastly, remember karma. Humility plants seeds of respect. Pride plants seeds of isolation. Choose wisely. The Jataka tales tell of a peacock who boasted of his feathers until a storm stripped them bare, while the plain sparrow who sang quietly found shelter in the hearts of all. Similarly, humility shelters us from life's storms. Modern psychology agrees. Studies show humble people have stronger relationships and greater resilience. For instance, a leader who credits their team during a company's success fosters loyalty, while one who takes all credit breeds resentment. The Buddha's path is clear. Let go of the I in every achievement. When you cook a meal, let its aroma speak. When you write a book, let the pages hold the magic. When you climb a mountain, let the summit's silence be your celebration. The world doesn't need your announcements, it needs your authenticity. A final exercise. For 1 week, share nothing about your achievements. Notice how it feels. Do you crave validation? Does silence feel uncomfortable? This discomfort is the ego's tantrum. Sit with it. Over time, you'll find freedom in anonymity. As the Tao Te Ching says, the sage does not shine, therefore he illuminates. Be the sage. Let your light glow unseen and watch how it brightens the world. Lesson 5. Never share your deepest vulnerabilities with everyone. Your heart is a sacred temple. Not every passerby deserves entry into its innermost chambers. Buddhism teaches discernment, sharing your deepest wounds only with those who've earned the right to hold them, like a rare flower entrusted to a skilled gardener, not tossed into a storm. Thich Nhat Hanh's wisdom guides us. You are a community of one. Protect yourself as you would protect a beloved friend. Imagine confiding childhood trauma to a co-worker who later weaponizes it during a promotion race. This is the karma of misplaced trust. The Buddha warned of 4 dangerous confidants in the Sigalovada Sutta: the greedy, the hypocrite, the flatterer, and the reckless. These are the people who'll dissect your pain for gossip, dismiss it with "others have it worse," or exploit it for their gain. Instead, share with your sacred circle, the therapist who listens without judgment, the sibling who stood by you during illness, the friend who's kept your secrets for decades. Before opening up, pass your vulnerability through the 3 gates. Is this person safe? Do they have a history of empathy? Is this necessary? Will sharing deepen healing or connection? Is this timely? Am I calm or raw? Practice boundaries. To a nosy acquaintance asking, "Why are you single?" reply, "I'm focused on growth right now." Journal your pain first. Writing often diffuses the urge to overshare. If you must speak, light a candle as a ritual. Its flame whispers, "This is sacred. Handle with care." Social media's illusion of closeness, a trap. Posting about depression online might invite hollow, "stay strong" comments, while a support group offers real empathy. Remember the Zen saying, "The mouth is the gate of calamity." Like an oyster guarding its pearl, protect your vulnerabilities until they're ready to be polished into wisdom. For 1 month, keep a vulnerability log. Note who you shared with, why, and the outcome. Patterns will reveal who deserves your truth. As the Buddha said, as a solid rock isn't moved by wind, the wise aren't shaken by praise or blame. Your story is a pearl. Share it only where it can gleam, not gather dust. In the Jataka tales, a rabbit confided his fear of drought to a deceitful fox, who later used it to steal his food. The Buddha, in a past life as the rabbit, learned, not all ears are allies. Modern psychology echoes this. Oversharing with untrustworthy people increases anxiety and erodes self-worth. For example, revealing financial struggles to a competitive friend might lead to passive-aggressive advice instead of support. Conversely, sharing with a financial advisor or a trusted parent can bring practical solutions. The Buddha's right speech includes silence when words harm. When a disciple asked, "How do I know when to stay silent?" the Buddha replied, "When your words would fuel fire, not water." Apply this to vulnerability. If sharing would ignite judgment or exploitation, hold your truth close. Build your sacred circle slowly. Trust is earned, not given. A colleague who respects your boundaries at work may not deserve your childhood scars. Test the waters with smaller disclosures first. Did they listen without interrupting? Keep confidences? React with compassion? If yes, they may belong in your inner circle. The Dhammapada teaches, better than 1,000 hollow words is one word that brings peace. Let your vulnerabilities be those words, shared rarely, wisely, and with reverence. Imagine a monk in meditation. His deepest fears and joys are between him and the universe. He doesn't shout them into the marketplace. Follow his example. Your pain is not a performance, it's a prayer. Treat it as such. Research shows that oversharing with casual acquaintances increases cortisol levels, the stress hormone, while confiding in trusted individuals releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone. For instance, a study in the Journal of Social Psychology found that people who shared personal struggles with strangers online felt lonelier afterward, while those who confided in close friends reported increased resilience. The Buddha's middle way applies here. Neither suppress your pain nor broadcast it indiscriminately. Find balance. In the Anguttara Nikaya, the Buddha lists 7 qualities of a trustworthy friend. One who gives what is hard to give, does what is hard to do, endures what is hard to endure, reveals their secrets, guards your secrets, doesn't abandon you in trouble, and doesn't look down on you in failure. Use this list to vet your sacred circle. Lastly, remember the story of Kisagotami, a grieving mother who begged the Buddha to revive her dead child. Instead of dismissing her, the Buddha asked her to bring mustard seeds from a home untouched by death. Through this task, she realized suffering is universal, but her healing began because the Buddha held her pain with compassion, not judgment. Be your own Kisagotami. Share your seeds of sorrow only where they'll be planted in fertile soil. Thank you for walking this path with us today. These 5 lessons, guarding your words, your silence, and your heart, are not just teachings, but invitations to live with intention, wisdom, and unshakable peace. At Buddhism Pathways, we believe the journey to enlightenment begins with small, mindful steps. Each choice to protect your energy, honor trust, and speak with compassion plants a seed for a kinder world, within and around you. If this resonated with you, subscribe to our channel and join a community dedicated to turning ancient wisdom into modern practice. Share your thoughts below. Which of these 5 sacred silences will you embrace first? Remember, the path to peace isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Until next time, may your words be gentle, your heart be light, and your journey be guided by the quiet power of the Dharma.